Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Trying to get my tablet ready per my normal frustrations with it. Alright, cool. It looks like I have it, I think. It looks weird. Hang on. I don't know what is going on lately with my computers. They feel like they're so touchy. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just touchy. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Hang on, you guys. I'm coming. I have a fun video for you guys today, so I'm hoping everything starts to work better. But everything is definitely slow. All right. Let me see if I'm on the right one. I'm tapping, look. I'm trying. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to see your comments. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. With any luck, all will be well. So it's Thanksgiving week. So I don't know how many of you are going to pop on today, but you know, you can always watch me on the replay or on YouTube. Again, my name is Carrie. I'm your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills. And I don't think that's working. Okay, I give up, you guys, honestly. So I don't even know if this is going live. I think it is, but my tablet is frozen and it's not letting me see anything. So, if you're watching, thank you. Again, I'm only live on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/MemoryINKers. So if you're watching this somewhere else or on YouTube, just know that my lives are always on Facebook. This is my Stampin' Up! Website. MemoryINKers.com is going to take you right to my demonstrator business website. MemoryINKers@gmail.com is my email if you need to send me an email, or you can just comment. My November 2024 hostess code is M as in Mary, Q as in Queen, D as in David, 9622, V as in Victor. Okay, advertising out of the way. So today I'm going to show you a couple of things. So when I was looking at the holiday mini catalog, I saw this one-of-a-kind stamp set bundle with the dies, and I thought, well, you know, I already have a snowflake set that I actually really like, which is in the annual catalog. It's called Sparkling Snowflakes. Here it is. And so what I did was I took these out and I laid them over the examples of the dies. And do they fit perfectly? No, they don't. They don't. But I did it anyway, and I got to tell you, I'm really happy with the results. So, and I'm going to give you my reasoning. This stamp set has a lot more snowflakes. This one has one. It has one snowflake. This one has, what is it, 2, 4, 6, plus all the sentiments. This one has cool sentiments. Well, okay, this does have more little snowflakes. Okay, so, but anyway, that was my reasoning. So, the reason I'm telling you this, so I guess this is my tiny tip for today, is you can mix and match. If you already have a stamp set that you really like, but you think the dies from another new bundle will work, test it out. Take them and lay them across, that's not the word, across a design and see what you think. And that's what I did, and that's how I came to the conclusion. One of the other things I will be using from this mini catalog are these fun little, oh, that's not it. Grabbed the wrong page. These fun little snowflake accessories. Now, as I say all the time, I don't know what's new or what's current and what's available, and because it seems like I do a video and then I go look and it was there and then it isn't. So, yeah. So I'm going to see if I can get this to do something. But, so in case somebody pops on, it's like it thinks it's ended. Oh my gosh. Hang on, you guys. I'm coming. See? Weird, right? Weird. So I don't know what happened there. It says I'm live now, but maybe. I see some stuff. So let us see what's going on. I'm not really seeing anybody on my phone. But I can see my hands. So we're just going to assume that it's working now. All right, so sparkling snowflakes, and then the dies from the mini are called, look at this little pouch they come in, so teeny tiny. One of a kind dies. So that's what we are using today. But I have a fun technique for you guys. I'm hoping you guys are going to like it. I'm going to show you some of the cards I pre-made. That one's my favorite, so we're going to redo it. So here we go. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but you can see how there's like some silver in this card along with the white in the snowflakes. All right. I don't know how well you can see it. I think you can see it really well on this card, which is the one we're going to recreate today. So I forgot to mention that that stamp set also has this awesome tag die, which we will be using. You can see it right here. So we're going to create this card, and I'm going to show you how I did the mixed coloring on the snowflake before I embossed it. So I've already stamped it once, you can see here. And then one of the things that I did, now if you have a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, not a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, that's what this is. We used to sell those. If you still have your Stamp-A-Ratus, this will work out really well for you guys. And I've shown the Stamp-A-Ratus about 1,000 times, so I'm sure you guys know how to use it. And frankly, I think I told you guys I sold mine. Heartbreak. I don't know what I was thinking. So you can see I stamped the snowflake onto this piece. And this is how you line it up. If you don't have a Stamp-A-Ratus or a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, you can use a piece of acrylic or a piece of vellum to recreate this idea, and then just get a T-square from the hardware store. So now I've got that lined up. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to line that up. Now this is a snowflake, so I had to figure out what the heck. So I put a sticky note on there so that I would remember how I put it in the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. Otherwise I might not line it up perfectly, right? Because it's not perfectly centered on this block. So now I could take my Versamark, ink that up, hold this in place, and you see I made sure I had paper, cardstock available. Put that, shove it into the corner, and I'm just going down. So now I have Versamark on my image over top of the pool party that I originally inked it up. So now, here's where it gets a little tricky. So this is my silver, all right? I'm going to lay that on here on this piece of paper for now. And all I did was I pinched it in my fingers and sprinkled it here and there. Okay? So it's hard to tell, but I have a little bit, just a little bit of silver on there. Then I took my white. This is how I keep my embossing powders, you guys. I keep them in these little cart trays, and it just makes it so much easier. So now I've covered the whole thing in white. All right. So now I'm going to heat it up. I don't normally heat up on the video because it's kind of loud. This is actually my old Stampin' Up gun. I don't know where I put my new one. So it's a little louder than the one that's available today. But you can see it takes a little bit to start it and get it going. So I'm going to move it away now because it's very loud, I think, on a video. Anyway, I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see once it starts going. I think it's going now. Can you see how there's a little bit of silver poking through? And so you're getting the mix of colors, white and silver. And I thought it would be a fun way to mix the colors on the snowflake. But look at how fun it comes out. Okay, let me see if I've got it all. And the way you know if you've got it all is if it all looks wet. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but once it all looks wet, then you know that you've got it. Set that aside. And I'm going to pull out my little mini cut and emboss and my plates, which are well loved. And I'm going to use this die. You see, I already have a piece of Post-it note on there. Let me move here. And then I'm going to line it up. Like I said, it is not a perfect match. But if you look, I'll show you better once it's cut out. It is pretty darn close to the same. Okay? So let me cut that out. Squeaky, right? All right. So now you can see it isn't perfect, but it's not bad, right? I thought it lined up pretty darn good, and I find it looks pretty interesting. So now, if we take a scrap, and I have to figure out what I did with my, there it is. I'll take my little blue sponge, and I just saw, here it is, here's the ink. Okay, let's rub that a little bit. And I want it darker in the center. And then I'm just going to go out just to get a little bit of the blue on the edges. So it's not a stark white. You can leave it white. I mean, it's a snowflake after all. But there you go. Just a little bit of color on that snowflake. Okay, so I have that. And I'm going to show you the other parts that I already have created. I have a basic white, thick basic white. Here's another big snowflake. I have a couple of the smaller snowflakes. So for what I did for those, and I just didn't show you, is I stamped this one. Is that the one? Nope, this one. I stamped this little one. And then I cut it out with this. Now this one really does not match. It doesn't match any of them, but I think it still came out really interesting. If you look at that, I think it came out really interesting. And I did the same thing. I covered it with blue, but definitely fun. And the cool thing is then none of the snowflakes look alike, right? None of them do. All right, so, and like I said, I have the basic white, and then I have a piece of basic white cut 1 7/8 by 4, and I'm going to use the tag punch. It is called Sparkling Snowflakes Tag Punch. I don't believe they're bundled together anymore, but they could be. And then I'm going to flip it over because I cut it a little bit smaller than the tag will hold. And so let me get it where I think it's about center. Perfection is overrated. It's very detailed, so it's kind of a strong, you need a strong punch. So there we go. We have that. And grab my scrap again. And I am going to stamp the winter greeting right in the center there. And some snowflakes. And then I have some softer snowflakes where I've stamped off. So do as many or as few as you think are necessary. Okay? But I wanted this snowflake to stand out a little bit more. And as you can see, it's sort of a half and half snowflake. So I'm going to color this end dark. And then I'm going to slowly go lighter. Just partially down, not all the way. And then I'm going to take the edge. You guys have seen me do this before, right? Where you just sort of scrape along the edge. Just to give it a little more definition. And depending on what look you're going for, you can get really crazy and make it really dark. But I just wanted a little bit of color on there. So I'm sorry I'm not seeing your comments. Like I said, I'm having a little bit of computer issue here. I don't know why. So I think you guys saw that I posted, we took our daughter out. Her birthday is actually the day after Thanksgiving, but her father is coming up to visit her. So we took her out the weekend early. And it was so wonderful because we never really know what kind of day Brittany's going to have. And bless her heart, she was feeling so good. You would just never know how not healthy she is. So it was pretty exciting. Anyway, so thank you all for your comments on the fun pictures. And that weird picture where she's like sitting, that's a thing that they do at Texas Roadhouse when it's your birthday. They have you sit on a saddle. Why? I do not know. And yell yeehaw. I don't know. It was really weird. When we told them it was her birthday, we thought they'd give her a cupcake or something. But no, that's what they did. And we were panicked that she wasn't going to be able to get on that thing. And bless her heart, she hiked up her skirt and climbed right on. She's a trooper, that girl. She's a trooper. So, anyway, thank you for your sweet thoughts about my beautiful daughter. All right, so this is thick basic white, as you can see. And this is going to go on like that. And the reason I just turned it over is I'm kind of looking at what side I wanted the snowflakes on. Because I'm going to be, if you remember, here's my original. I'm going to be tucking, see, look, I did that one darker, but that's okay. I'm going to be tucking these underneath here, like so. And this one, if you look, I had extras. Oops, I just bent that. So I put them inside, but see, here's a half of one, because I believe this one is the one I cut in half. And so if you like that idea, and you want to just cut your snowflake at some point, let's see, I'm going to go like that. Then you can put one on the inside of the card also. Now the tip for that is you want to make sure that where you're putting it, it doesn't have a white mark. So I'm going to slide this all the way up to the fold line, which is not where I'm going to adhere it. And I'm just going to make a really light pencil mark right there. So then I know when I glue that one down, it's not going to be away from the line. I'm hoping that makes sense. So I'm going to glue this down. And I'm going to go right about up to that line. put that right there. Might scoot it up a little bit. That's why I love liquid glue. And this one is going to go more towards this back corner here. I don't know if that's a bottom corner, I guess is what I should have said. And then this one I'm going to think about, the one that's going to go here, I'm going to think about that for a minute because I don't know yet. So now I can glue this piece down. And you see it's cut. I guess I didn't give you the measurements. This is cut. Oh yeah, I did. I think it was 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. I think that's correct. Looking for my ruler, which is supposed to be right here, but I always move stuff. You guys know how that is. So this is actually, it's basically just, it's like 1 and why can't I think? 7/8, 1 7/8 by 5 and 1 2 3/8. Can you see this? Can you see that shiny? It's nail polish over it because I used this thing so much I wore out the numbers. So I actually marked in the numbers and then I covered it, and it's just made it harder to read. Should have left it alone. All right, now I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. So it's very weird that I'm not seeing any comments. So I know that you guys comment, but I'm not seeing them, and I don't know why. So I'm going to set that right like so. See why I left this one out? I wasn't real sure where I was going to put it. So I am going to take this one, put a little bit of adhesive on it. This is a brand new bottle. I shouldn't be struggling with it, but I think I left it open accidentally, and so it might be just a little bit clogged up. There we go. So you still kind of see another snowflake peeking out. Now if this bugs you, you could stamp a snowflake there. That would be cute because it would be a new dimension, right? Or you can add, you know, take a piece of this and set that on there and then trim it down too. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave it. Now for this one, I actually went nuts and cut little tiny pieces of dimensionals because you see how thin this is? And I didn't think to cut it out with our awesome you know, the big square you can get of the, it's just like the dimensionals, but it's a big square. Then you can die cut it. Oh, no, that would have been thinking way too hard. So I did not do that. So I'm actually going to move this one up here, I think, because of that one down there. So all I'm going to do this time is I'm going to add adhesive on just half of it. And I'm not going to worry about the dimensionals on the part that's hanging off. And let this just stick to the tag. I'm not sure where I'm putting it. I guess right there. So we've got all that, right? So now what are we going to do? I've got these two I can put on the inside. I may decide to stick this one on here. I think that might be better, actually. And then just trim it off. Don't you guys think? I think so. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, again, and I'm going to add those tiny little snowflakes, and I'm going to show you my tip for those are made really for a shaker card. I know that they were out of stock at one point. I think I saw that they were back. But they're kind of like the little peppermint treats. They come and go so fast that if you don't nab them while they're there, you totally miss out. So, yeah, that looks good. And then I can just trim these pieces off. Now, I'm not going to have a lot of snowflake now to put on the inside of my card, but that's okay. I can stamp snowflakes on the inside of my card. That's not a problem. So, yeah, that works. That kind of cleans it up. And I could even... Am I being crazy? But I might stick that one on there. I might. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to leave it there for now. All right. So now we have these teeny tiny whiny things. Teeny tiny. So I know that I want to put one right here in the middle of this snowflake. And I want it to be one of the bigger snowflakes. So I just put a dot of the liquid glue. Then I'm going to use my beat up, these tweezers, oh my gosh, they used to be like regular makeup tweezers, but they have been through the war. So see, that fits on there, and then if I just let it dry, it's going to be fine. Then I can decide where I maybe want to put some more snowflakes, and you know you need uneven numbers, so I'm putting little dots. You have to be careful when you do the little dots, because if you wait too long to put something on them, they dry. And in here are some littlest, the tiniest little snowflakes you have ever seen. They're just, see how teeny tiny they are? They're just little itty bitties. So if you're going to use those, you definitely need tweezers, because they want to stay with you forever. That one over there. And then here's another little one. Let's see. That might be a lot of adhesive for that little one. Yeah, that might be a little too much adhesive for that one. Oops. So go ahead and grab a bigger one. Okay. So, there we go. What do you think? Do you guys have a preference? I'm trying to decide. Let me know if I should glue this down. I kind of find it interesting, so I might. But let me know what you think. Should I put it on there or leave it off? Let me know, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with it. I always value your opinions on things. So let me show you again some of the other cards that I made. This one was just sort of, I mean, I did it and I was practicing and I thought, what can I do with it? I didn't want to throw it away. So I decided to turn it into a thank you card. Because just because they're snowflakes does not mean you can't use them for birthdays and thank yous, because things happen in the winter, right? Life goes on. We don't just, it's not all about Christmas and Hanukkah and etc. It's all of this stuff. But I do have to say that this card design is my favorite. So as a reminder, this little set of dies is from the Holiday Mini, and they are called one-of-a-kind dies. I didn't write down the price. There is a stamp set that coordinates, so you can get the bundle. So if you don't have a snowflake stamp set, that one is going to work better with this big die. But if you already have a snowflake set, it might work with what you have. Like I had the Sparkling Snowflakes bundle with the tag punch and the stamp set. Again, I'm not 100% sure that these are still at the bundle price for saving 10%. But even if you didn't get this and you got that, it's a lot of snowflakes. It's so pretty. So I hope you guys liked this tiny little video, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Anyway, I don't expect a lot of activity during Thanksgiving week, but I will see you again soon. Bye.